All right.
Unique New York. Unique New York. How now, brown cow?
So we're going to talk about Halo, specifically the Bungie released games, or the ones that Bungie developed.
Thank God.
And so that leaves us with Halo Combat Evolved, Halo 2, Halo 3, Halo 3 ODST, and then Halo Reach. So with Halo Combat Evolved, I guess, when were you first introduced to the game?
Oh, my good buddy Jeffrey Long. Love you, man. I remember we're going over his house one day, and Jeff, before anybody in the neighborhood, before Jimmy came around anyway, everybody knew Jeff was going to have the greatest thing. Jeff was the man to go to. And I went over to Jeff's house one day, and yeah, he was playing Halo Combat Evolved. I'm like, what is this game? This looks so cool. So I'm sitting there watching. He only had one controller at the time.
Right.
So I'm just like, I'm just in awe of this game. And then what? We got the Xbox like that following Christmas.
Yeah, you got it for Christmas.
I didn't get it for Christmas.
Oh.
Ree got it for
Did
Christmas.
So I remember you guys getting it for Christmas.
Well, and just give some context. Ree is our little brother. And whenever we mention Ree, because he was in the Halo Wars with us together. He was down in the trenches. So yeah, that's who that is. But Jeff, yeah, I remember watching it. And then we got Halo that Christmas, and Dad started getting into Halo. Been going all the lore and that. But yeah, that was the first time I've actually experienced it. It was actually really good. I enjoyed every second of it. I did.
I remember, I knew you guys got it for Christmas, but I was still a PlayStation fanboy, and I was like, I could care less about Xbox.
All day, every day. All day, every day.
And then I got a phone call from Chris, and he was like, hey, you guys have Halo? I was like, I don't know. Let me ask my brothers. And that's when you guys told me about it. And that's when I learned that was GoldenEye out by then?
Oh yeah, GoldenEye was out like 99.
Okay, because I don't like PvP. So
yeah, because you don't play Warzone with me anymore, you dirtbag.
So that's my memory of Halo, getting shot with a hand cannon from across the map.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, he reached out. Then that's when I was introduced to LAN parties. So everyone hooking up their Xbox to each other, different screens. Stop watching my screen.
I got some stories about that actually. So, excuse me, I raided my brother's pantry with sunflower seeds, granola, almond, and chocolate chips.
Chocolate chip.
Mm-hmm. And let me tell you, one of the best combinations. So if you like trail mix, that's what it's going to be. No shameless plug or anything, so just let you know. But I remember when Dad started getting into Halo, then, I'd have Steve, Jimmy over, and Ree would be playing. And Jimmy told me this, and this was like recently. This was like in the last couple of years. So we'd be playing Halo, and Jimmy found a glitch. I can't remember what map it was. It was Combat Evolved. I can't remember the map. It wasn't Blood Gulch. God, do you remember any of the maps that are on there? Can we pull that up?
Yeah.
Can we pull that up? But yeah, he was in there. Jimmy, he had I can't remember what gun. I think it was the shotgun. Best gun in the game, but besides the pistol. And you could see through the map.
Oh, wow.
So Dad, in his infinite wisdom, his cheating ass, he's like, hey, you stay right there. Don't move. Don't move. So Dad is killing us through the map.
Oh my God.
And see, here I am. I was talking to you guys earlier, saying he was a wholesome guy. No, the hell he's not. No, the hell he's not.
So we have. What do we have here?
Nah, Dad, I love you, man. You are.
It's showing all of them. Blood Gulch, Sidewinder, Battle Creek. Let's see, Rat Race. I'm not at that one. Derelict, Shron, Infinity.
Battle Creek. I don't know if it was Battle Creek.
Let me go back here. I'm not sure. But yeah.
What does Sidewinder look like?
Pull it up here. Oh, that was like you're in a crater type thing.
No, it was like a bunch of buildings.
Snowy.
It was a bunch of buildings. It might have been. You know, it might have been.
Did they have buildings in Seagull 1 or Halo 1?
No, it wasn't buildings. I don't know what it was.
But we'll find it.
Was it snowy? I don't know. Y'all got to bear with us. This was a long time ago.
Yeah. Trying to recall everything.
Right. I can't even recall the last time I took a nap, let alone trying to figure out a map.
So just to step back a little bit, Halo Combat Evolved released November 15th, 2001, just in time for the Christmas season.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
So the game takes place in 2552, and specifically for Combat Evolved, it takes place of September 19th to September 22nd, 2552. I believe they were 10 levels.
Mm-hmm.
First one, Pillar of Autumn. And
Classic.
this is where I was introduced to the inverted style for the sticks or for the controller. Loved it ever since. And it was like the only way I could play, I guess, any game that was like Halo had to invert the sticks.
You know what? No wonder. Because I remember you playing countless hours of ATF Gold.
Oh my gosh.
No wonder you, now that I actually think about it, no wonder you like the
ATF
inverted.
Gold. Oh my God.
You didn't think I remember that, did you?
Windows,
Mm-hmm.
PC.
Windows 98, baby. Faster and more efficient.
Holy cow.
No wonder. That makes sense now. That makes a lot of sense.
Yeah, I guess, yeah. Because I think, yeah, those were inverted.
That didn't, yeah. I always thought you were a weirdo. But now, yeah, it makes sense.
It was this game. Blame it on Halo. It's all Halo's fault.
Yeah. Yeah. Favorite gun in the Combat Evolved so far?
Oh,
in the beginning.
favorite gun.
The guns, so you got like a few, I know you got the pistol, you got the assault rifle, and then I think it was a couple other of the alien weapons. So your first level.
Mm-hmm.
Which gun were you going with every playthrough?
Oh my gosh. Because honestly, the last time I went through this game was probably whenever the Master Collection released.
Okay.
I want to say I stuck with the pistol because I disliked the auto rifle. If it wasn't the pistol, then yeah. Just because by then, I was already playing Destiny or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
So I was used to hand cannons and what was yours?
Well, so you like to hurt people's feelings.
Well, after playing all the PvP maps and getting shot by that damn pistol all the time, take my anger out.
Just stick and move, baby. Just stick and move. Got another cheat. Yeah, I would say, I ran with the pistol too.
Did you?
Mm-hmm. I ran with the pistol too. Many times I've done it, especially on Legendary. That first level on Legendary. Definitely was Legendary.
Did we ever play it on Legendary? I don't think we did.
I've seen Dad play it 1,000,000 times on Legendary and beat it 1,000,000 times.
All the time.
Ah, great. My shotgun. Sorry, Dad. If you hear this, I'm so sorry. But you don't know how many memories you've created. How many memes before memes that you've created.
Yes.
So thank you, Dad. Appreciate it. Mom, you made some too. We'll get to you in a little while. Not on this topic though.
Oh, let's see. What else was the Color of Autumn? So I think that game was my introduction to the Xbox system.
Same. In fact, that was the only game I played for a while before. Well, we had a couple other games like NFL Fever and stuff like that, but it was always Halo.
Every now and then I'll put on the soundtrack. The best song is the one for The Truth and Reconciliation. It's when we're introduced to the sniper rifle.
Oh, yeah. That was my jam.
Was it?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay. So the Pillar of Autumn, your escape, the Covenant. Escape intact as Covenant forces board your ship. So you got to fight your way out. Everyone's dying around you.
Mm-hmm.
And then we finally make it to their escape pod.
Yeah.
So then we are shot to, I guess, we'd call it a Halo at the time. And then you go to the next mission to find your troops, allies, going around. I think we are introduced into the Warthog.
Yep. Warthog. You had your NPCs. That was crazy. You can't tell me that wasn't
crazy?
Because what game at that time you had NPCs were smart enough to shoot things? You know what I mean? And
yeah, there wasn't. I don't think.
Okay, let me take that back. There were games that had NPCs that would shoot things, but what they would do is they would shoot in random spots and not hit what they're supposed to
Right.
hit. These things, these
Actually shot
NPCs,
something.
yes, it
And
was like,
moved, picked up
yeah.
weapons.
right. And when you got out, they got out. When you got in, they got in. If you wanted to move to a different spot, and well, I don't think they drove. Did they drive it?
I believe they did. Yeah. If you would go into the gunner,
Mm-hmm.
they would drive it. But I don't know. We'll have to.
Tell me how that works.
It's Bungie.
Halo, I'm telling you, that first and second level,
Yeah.
that set the tone. That set the tone for this game.
Yeah.
But yeah, we got the Warthog. What else was introduced? Grenades.
That's right.
Grenades
the
were
grenade.
the plasma and the regular, I guess, USMC grenade. Excuse me. But yeah, that was a really, yeah, those two levels right there kind of just set the tone. It really did.
And these weren't like 5-minute levels.
No,
You're
you're playing these for 20 minutes.
Yes.
That's not with dying. That's not with dying. Your niece is texting. It is calling me. I'm texting her. Go ahead.
All right. So we find our other troops. Then we get back to, I guess, another part of the Halo, but we board a Covenant ship. And then we have to attempt to rescue Captain Keyes. I think the voice acting doesn't get enough credit.
Definitely doesn't. Hold me. This is it, baby. Hold
You
me.
just should have did a playthrough because it's been a while.
Yeah, maybe that's what we should do.
Yes.
We should do a playthrough.
Then after we go through board the Covenant ship, then we are sent to the silent cartographer. We have to search for the map room, and that's what leads you to the secrets of the Halo. This is where we're on the beach now.
Yeah, you'll have to definitely remind me on what's what because it's been years since I played it. It's been years.
We might have to go back and add more info, give more detail,
Mhm.
try to set the picture for everyone. But maybe the next episode. 'Cause
Yeah.
There's so many things out there. Everyone's already gone through it.
Mhm.
This is just more of the fun we had with it, I guess. We'll go through. And if you don't know Halo by now, then what are you living under a rock?
Hey, you know what? You're not missing out on much if that's the case, though. You live under that rock. You live your best life.
That's true. So we go through the silent cartographer, finding the map room. Do we meet Guilty Spark there?
Is that little floating orb thing?
Yeah.
I thought it was later in the game.
Okay. Because there is another section, 343 Guilty Spark, when we go through a swamp. But I think we do meet him.
I thought we met him at the swamp. Again, disclaimer. This has been so many years since we played this game. Well, since I played it anyway.
So after we go to the silent cartographer, we go to the control room.
Mhm.
Just another, I don't know. I don't say default map, but just make your way to point A, point B.
Yeah.
I didn't really like that level.
Oh, was that one? Is that one where you had to go through it was a snowy level, right? And you had to go through all these doors and stuff like that.
So in the control room.
Hmm. And you had to activate the pillars and stuff like that. Or was that later?
I think that was later. I'm gonna look real quick.
Control room.
But yes, the one you're talking about, that it's like 20 minutes alone itself.
Just looking at it's 20 minutes in itself.
Halo, let's see.
Because I remember there was these turrets you had to turn off and stuff like that.
Yes.
Or I don't know. I'm just mumbling at this point.
I think it was, but yeah, we'll definitely have to do a playthrough. Okay, so yes, you are correct. That one is the snowy room.
Oh, so it is.
Yeah, the mission starts out driving a Pelican.
Pelican.
Yeah. And then once we're done with the control room, then 343 Guilty Spark. And then that's when we go through the swamp to meet the only enemy, the Covenant of Fear.
The flood, right?
Not yet. That one's 2 missions away.
Oh, okay. Oh, what?
Because then we go to the library. Then that's when you fight your way through an ancient security facility. Yeah, and there it is.
The Flood. Let me tell you something about the Flood. That was the scariest moment of my life trying to play that game. I'm the little little thingies that try to jump on you like that.
Yeah.
At some point in the game, as I played it more, I was I'm just gonna run past these. I'm not even gonna try to shoot them. It's too much work. Just let them bust my
A
shoes
map
down.
view.
Yeah.
That's when the shotgun came handy.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, but you had to save them bullets.
Let's see. Then you had the 2 betrayals. I believe we're on mission 8 now. You have
Okay.
to reactivate the weapon at the heart of the Halo.
Mm-hmm.
And then you learn the truth. Then the next stage is titled Keys. Stage 1, cyborg assault on a Covenant ship and bring back the captain.
The captain. But wasn't he dead?
I think he was already dead by then.
He was already dead.
Yeah.
That was sad.
Yeah. Trying to think. Well, at the time, I don't think I really played any other games with cutscenes besides Metal Gear at that time.
That's for another episode, brother.
Yes. I think cinematic cutscenes were starting to be the thing in video games.
Mm-hmm.
Metal Gear's like, hey, we're just going to make a movie, okay? Enjoy this movie while you play this game.
All right. Well, off topic for a second. Hot take. And if anyone wants to fight me, I will send location. Metal Gear Solid 4 was my least favorite.
Man.
Yep. Hot take. Tell you, I'll send location. We're right here. We're right here.
We'll go over that one, but I can see why.
Oh man.
Just at the time for me, I don't know. I don't say I was over Metal Gear, but it was just like, whatever. Let's just play it. Play it, beat it, out of the list. And then back to Halo. The last mission's called the Maw. Destroy Halo before Halo destroys all life in the galaxy. And then I think we get a long story about Guilty Spark telling us how the Halo has to be destroyed because of the flood and yada, yada, yada.
I'll be honest with you. Just like most things when I was a kid,
yeah,
I just heard it just to heard it. I didn't understand it.
Right.
Yeah. It's like, okay.
Cool. We're all teenagers at the time. I was like, okay, yeah.
Yeah. Just like, okay, this guy's a nut job. Like the other one doesn't like, okay, there's creatures trying to kill me. Like, I'm just going to eradicate everything, call it a day. And this ring, I guess, is supposed to be killing us too, but.
Yeah. So did you ever get into the Halo lore?
I did after Reach.
Okay.
I did after Reach because I remember they came out with the book after the first game came out. And I was like, oh, wow, that's really interesting because I kind of want to know where the flood came from, right? Mm-hmm. Because they just came out of nowhere. They literally came out of nowhere. So I was like, okay, yeah, let me go ahead and do that. Let me figure this out. So I had a couple buddies that had the book, so they kind of explained it to me. And again, kind of like Metal Gear Solid, you can't really like listen and comprehend it. You have to play it.
Yeah.
So I was like, okay, well, I'm hoping at some point they'll come out with something. And they eventually did, but that's down the line. So we won't get to that just yet.
Right. All right, so it's Combat Evolve. Pretty simple, fairly.
Yeah. I mean, it was a straightforward game.
For you, yeah.
Yeah, it was to the point. Like, here you go. Here's a gun. Go kill things.
Then, of course, I guess I won't say the birthplace of LAN parties, but it got everyone together.
Yes, it did. Oh, boy, do I have stories. Do I have stories?
I mean, you can tell one if you want.
Oh, well, thank you, sir. Well, thank you, sir. Appreciate you. So, I remember this vividly. It was Christmas Day. I remember it was me, you, Steve, and Ree. I remember we were in the Eclipse, the Clipseness.
Oh my gosh.
Clipseness 2G, baby. Was it Manure Green?
Forest Green.
Forest Green? Okay,
Yeah.
Forest Green. Manure. Where the fuck did I get Manure from?
They just make up names.
Yeah, I guess so. Forest Green Eclipse. Now, before I go into this story, I want to let y'all know that my brother pushed this Eclipse. Like, this man put 2 10s in this bad boy.
That's right, I did.
Put 2 10s, and we would blare Method Man to Cow 2000.
To Cow.
Yeah, this was back in the day. Shout out to Wu-Tang. Shameless plug. But yeah, this man, let me tell you something. There was no stopping us in this Eclipse, especially if we were going to go fuck some people up in Halo.
Right.
So I remember it was rainy that day, but the only bad thing about it was the roof was leaking.
Oh,
the roof leaked.
yeah.
And I was getting waterboarded the whole time. I'm like, this is terrible. So yeah, so waterboarding is a thing. It did almost drive me insane.
Oh my god. Yeah, the sunroof rusted out.
Yeah.
And then that's when I learned of dealership prices. They were like, yeah, $400. I was like, huh?
Yeah. It's like, well, you can go kick rocks. $400, just put some sealant in there and call it a day. You probably get that from Walmart.
Yes.
I'll get it from Walmart for $20. What? Hello? But yeah, so we get to, so my dad, he worked for the Brevard County Fire Rescue. Shout out to him. Thank you for your service. But at the station, I will not disclose the location, but at the station, we would have these huge LAN parties. I'm talking like 4 or 5 Xboxes in separate rooms. So you had like 4 people in each room. That's like that's 16, 20 people.
Yeah.
We're over here having LAN parties. Now, I think it was only like 16 players per, right?
Yes. Yeah.
So, I mean, we had an extra one. I remember we had an extra one that they just played themselves and we all just rotated. I don't know. Did we rotate? We did rotate, did we not? I don't remember, but man, if you got into the bracket with everybody else, when you playing we're kids, we're playing all these older guys,
Right.
And we're like, oh, you know what? We're gonna school these bitches, and Dad's already like used us as like target practice. You know what? Funny enough, and stop me if I'm going off on a tangent, but this is part of the story.
Yeah.
So a few years back, when I was working at Health First, I ran into somebody that used to work with Dad.
Did you?
Yes, I don't remember his name, but he worked at the station with him. I think, yeah, he worked at the station with him, like near the tail end of what they were doing, or not? No, tail end. No, it was at the beginning. And they were like, "Oh yeah, we used to whoop your dad's ass in Halo all the time." So no freaking wonder this man would come home and be like, "Oh, come on, let's play. I was like, "Oh yeah, fine, yeah, sure."
Yeah.
And we're getting mollywopped. Like we get him good a couple times, right? This man had a whole determination. He had a whole switch that flipped, a whole switch. But yeah, I was like, oh, so that's where the menacing madness started. Was those guys?
Them.
So. But yeah, so we'd be in these big LAN parties and all the rest of the good stuff. Had food, man. That's like the biggest thing Halo. I tapped the table.
Oh,
sorry.
that's fine.
That's the biggest thing Halo has done. That's created huge memories. That another one back with Jeff. You weren't here obviously because it was at Jeff's house. So there's a term me and the boys use. It's called gates open. Gates open. And
means what?
So, well, no, I have to save this because this is for Halo 2. This is for Halo 2.
All right.
This is for Halo 2. But yeah, I get a story for that one. But yeah, those LAN parties at the station were magnificent. They were the bee's knees. I don't even think we ate.
Probably not.
No, I don't remember eating too much food there. And then getting home, I'm hungry. Well, why didn't you eat there? Right. We were playing the game. No.
Yes.
Yeah, that was the best. I mean, if I could relive that, if I had one day and died afterwards, I'm cool with that. I would relive that day. That's extreme, I know, but that was a good day.
It was fun, yeah. I always remember playing the cooperative portion, especially with you. I think you're the only one that I always play that game with.
Yeah.
As far as PvP goes, Dad, Chris, you.
I mean, you play with us a little bit.
I always get sniped with a hand cannon from across the map. That's my... I'm just walking.
I'm like, what the heck? This is Cronus before Cronus came in.
Yes.
Oh, yeah. By the way, chat, anyone that does a Cronus, get good. Just get good. All right? You know what? Fight me on it. I don't care. But if you use a Cronus, you're terrible. Anyway, back to the subject at hand.
But, yeah. PvP, no. The worst.
No, I mean, I didn't think so, but I guess
the story was good.
Yeah, the story was really good. The story was really good. I agree. And then there was the second one.
Yes, which released on November 9th, 2004. Again, this one takes place in 2552, but the dates are October 20th to November 17th.
I believe Dad called out of work for this one.
So, looking back on this, I kind of felt bad because it's when midnight releases were a big thing. And I had Dad stand in line to get the ticket to come back at midnight.
What?
Yeah.
Is that how he got it?
Well, he got it. I'll tell you in a second. But I feel bad because I was like, we did the midnight release thing. And this is when the GameStop was in front of the Walmart.
Okay. Yeah.
We walked right over to Walmart. It was already there.
Oh, yeah.
I was like, really? Had us stand out there waiting, and we just could have went across the street with all that BS. And I think, I don't know, my downfall for GameStop started there. I was like, really?
Spoiler alert to those who don't know that I am a GameStop employee. So I just no comment. I'm
but
not
I
gonna
will
say
say, sorry to cut you off there.
no, you're good. That was just something.
Years after not going to GameStop, coming back, they were like, I was trading in some games. We're like, hey, you want cash or credit? I was like, cash?
Yeah.
When did you guys start that? But
I don't remember when. I think that was like early, like mid 2000s.
Yeah.
Mid 2000s started doing cash.
But anyway, because GameStop was the place, and then yeah, something else. But back to Halo 2. They stepped up the graphics for the game. Cinematics, of course. And you look and you hear about all the cut content. I think, were they introducing DLC?
Not yet. That time, no.
Okay.
Not that I know of, anyway.
Okay. Let's see. This one had 15 levels. Oh, this is one that introduced the heretic. Yeah, I didn't get the story so much for this one. Besides them introducing dual-wielding.
Yes.
I'm sure everyone loves that.
The SMGs, baby. The SMGs.
And introducing the brutes. And then we still have the Covenant. Let's see. The heretic. I'm trying to think. It started weird.
I mean, this probably sounds unprofessional, but who was the heretic? Who was this man?
I don't know. That one they kind of really left out. It was, we always forgot to talk about Arbiter.
Yeah.
So I always had this thing. I wasn't a fan of, I guess, the protagonist switching characters. I disliked when games did that. For some reason, GTA gets away with it, but when other games would do that, I was like, it just turned me off. Because half the game, you're the Spartan, and the other half, you're the Arbiter. And I guess the Heretic, it's almost like they wanted to bring a religious style prophecy.
Oh, yeah, that right. Okay, it's ringing a bell. So Joel Osteen. So that's what we're dealing with, Joel. So so I'm not bringing religion to you. I'm bringing religion to us.
Let me see if I can find something here. Man. But yeah, again, I was kind of like, what is this?
Yeah. I don't know. It just, I don't know. I don't know what I was just saying there for a second. But yeah, I never really got the story behind Halo 2, right?
Right, yeah.
And that's kind of like with Halo 4 too, but we're not touching that at all because it's
my God,
completely different company that went off in left field.
Yeah.
I've literally probably played all of 4 hours of that game until that one part where you met that entity or whatever. It's like, oh, I'm this and I'm this, and like, where the hell did these guys come from?
Yeah, it was a different feel from, like, completely different feel from what Bungie did.
Yeah,
it was like, who are you again?
Yeah, right.
What are you?
You just insert yourself into this war that has been epic for the last 4 games.
Yeah.
How dare you, sir? How dare you? Whose idea was this?
Right. It was a real different feeling when I finally picked it up. I mean, I wasn't sure what I was expecting from 343, but it seemed so far from what my memory of 1, 2 were. Because at the time, I skipped 3. I don't know.
You dirty man, you.
I had skipped 3. I don't know. Man. Just growing up and just bypassing 3. I did eventually play 3. when the Master Chief Collection came out.
I'm disappointed.
Why?
I'm disappointed. You were supposed to raise your banners with us, brother. Fight the good fight.
We'll get there about 3. Let's see. So Halo 2, the Heretic, the Armory, the Cairo Station. Let's see. Failures such as this, no punishment is too great. The Armory, suit up, prepare for battle. Obviously, that's where they teach you how to play the game.
Yeah.
In Cairo Station, defend the station's MAC guns from Covenant boarding or Covenant borders. This is where we're kind of introduced, I guess, different locations, you'd say, away from the Halo. Let's see, outskirts, Metropolis. That's when you went on the long bridge with the Scorpion.
Oh, yeah, I remember that.
Is that introduced? Okay, yeah, 2. Okay.
No,
Was that in 1?
Scorpion was in 1.
Okay.
Scorpion was in 1. Because remember, they had those huge... Oh, God. They had the Banshees in 1. Did they have tanks? They had tanks, too. But they... Yeah. They did have tanks. And you had to use the Scorpion at one point.
Yes. Let's see. The Arbiter, the Oracle, kill the Heretic leader. The Prophets will be done. Let's see. We have Delta Halo. Yeah, I feel a lot of the time we were fighting a Covenant. We weren't. We were fighting...
The second one?
Yeah.
It was the Brutes still.
It was the Brutes? Okay.
Remember the Covenant, Arbiter was raising Cain over where he was at. He said, no, I'm not doing this. I'm taking you all down with me. And yeah, we were fighting the Brutes. So I don't know what it ended up happening? Some of the Covenant went with the Brutes, right?
Yes.
Yeah. Yes.
If not, then we'll look it up and reinsert.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like they all got together. Obviously, like even TV shows, they do that. Oh, they hate each other, then they get each other. Take down the common enemy.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. And raise your banners. And fight the good fight.
So I will say, I think the energy sword, going back to 1, 2, the energy sword was fun to use.
Wait, the energy sword was in 1? I thought it was in 2.
The elites, I believe the elites had it in 1.
Yeah.
I don't know if you could use them.
No, you couldn't use it in 1.
But in 2, you could.
Oh, yeah. A PvP, baby. Dad would run to that sword. I got it. And you know what? I don't know if you've ever noticed this, but Dad doesn't say sword. He says sword. The W is pronounced in this. He said,
Really?
"Oh, my sword." Yeah.
Oh, my gosh.
You didn't know that?
No. I never picked up on it.
Mm-hmm. Oh, another side note. This is with 1 and 2, actually. So for the... Now I'm not going to be able to get this out.
Sure you will.
So this, you know how like everybody had their names and stuff like that. I should have thought of this. So everybody had their little code name that they use.
Yeah.
Tell me how.
Uh-oh.
Tell me how I thought Dad's. See, I told you I can't get this out. Tell me how I thought Dad's name was Carapace.
I remember you saying that all the time.
Yes, because I thought it was Carapace. Because I'm thinking to myself, like, why would he name himself Carapace? Like, I had
Oh my gosh.
I'm in tears. So anyone who is listening, I'm in legit tears because there was one fateful day where I'm thinking like, oh man, this shit is so funny. It's Carapace. And so my handle is Kyoji.
Mm-hmm.
He calls me Kenny G. So, he's like, I got you, Kenny G. And I'm like, oh, where's the N and Y in this, please? So one day I was like, I got you, Carapace. He goes, it's Cap your ass.
Just cap your ass.
Yes, cap your ass. And then it turned into Sunset MDK 187. My man said, "No, my son is calling me Carapace. Nah, fuck this. I'm gonna make this the hardest name ever."
Oh my god.
All right. Oh,
Are you okay? Can you drink water?
I'm good. No, I'm good. I'm good. I'm due for some water, but I'm good for now. But yeah, that. Wow. So yeah, Halo 1 and 2. Yeah, that's great. So let's continue.
I mean, for me, Halo 2 is not really memorable besides the dual wielding.
I'm still crying.
And, I always look back and everyone's like, oh, the cut content. And I started seeing this shift from more PvP content than more of a story-driven game.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, me not always being the greatest at PvP, always loved story-driven games. So I was like, where's the game?
Uncharted, you're welcome.
The game is fun. I do want to go back through them, play them on a different level or difficulty, rather.
Mm.
But yeah, Halo 2 is not really memorable. Besides the brute fight at the end.
Yeah, the brute fight was pretty good. Murder, death, kill. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. It's still on my mind.
We won't be able to get past that for a while.
Yeah, we won't. We won't.
So the next game, Halo 3, is released in 2007. And this takes place November 17th, 2552. Can't talk. To March 3rd, 2552.
Now, these years are coming up pretty quick.
Yes.
Mind you.
Yes. Now, I said Halo 3, I didn't play until I got the Master Chief Collection.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. At the time, I was just like, whatever with video games or Halo anyway. So I was like, once I got the Master Chief Collection, I was like, let's check this out.
I'm sorry I made him laugh again. I'm over here dying. Oh. Okay. All right, here we go.
The campaign of Halo 3, 10 levels, and tells the story of the final days of humanity in the Singili conflict with the Prophet of Truth Covenant forces.
Yeah, Halo 3 wasn't very memorable for me.
At all. I think I was kind of annoyed by it. Like, it didn't feel... I don't know what's the term.
Didn't feel authentic.
Yes.
Didn't feel authentic.
It's like, hey, let's throw this out there and get some money.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like, what are we doing here? Why are we doing this? Then, of course, again, with that shift towards having PvP in the game and the devs, or the suits rather, invading the game developers.
Yeah.
That's a different story.
Yeah. For a
Like,
different
no
day.
one plays single player games. Who cares? But yeah, there's nothing memorable about that one. And then ODST, released in 2009. And here we're not playing as a Spartan.
Mm-mm.
More, what do they call them?
Orbital dropship troopers.
Yes.
Or what Dad calls orbital drop shot troopers. Dad, I'm roasting you. I'm so sorry. Forgive me. You know I love you.
And the date for ODST is October 20th to November 17th, 2552. And this, I think mainly, I don't know, I really enjoyed this game. Mainly probably because it felt like, I guess we'll use the word authentic.
Mm-hmm.
Like, they really took time with this one. And I think the aspect of being the drop trooper and then going around finding what happened to the team that came before.
Right.
Sent you on an actual journey where you had to learn or obtain information.
So where did this that pupper? What was that?
The lovely, the GOOGLE.
Oh.
Going off at random times and listening.
All right, NSA. Get it together, then. Get it together.
The location for the ODST?
Yeah, so where did this take place in Halo 3? Because that was something I never really never really got information on because three, like I said, three wasn't really that memorable.
Right.
And I watched someone play ODST, and I was like, oh, this is all just a 4-hour game.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, it was longer than 4 hours, I'm sure, but
I think this is one of those side pieces or side projects before the split game.
yeah. And I guess you could call this DLC.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I guess this ran into, forget the reason why they split.
Well, Bungie?
Yeah. Or why they left Halo and 343 took over. I don't know, probably something with Microsoft.
Oh, it was I know it was a contract dispute, but I don't remember what it was. It was definitely that for sure.
Gosh.
Yeah, money.
And then look at Microsoft, kind of don't want to make video games anymore. Go figure.
Yeah, we'll get into that. I've been diving into that pretty deep. So
let's see the events. Oh, so New Mombasa is where ODST takes place.
Mombasa, okay.
Let's see. So in the beginning, Halo 2, Metropolis. Yeah, ODST is set in New Mombasa. And this has our favorite Nathan Fillion, plays one of the drop troopers.
Nathan Fillion. Remind me who that is?
He's Cade 6 in Destiny.
Oh, whoa.
He was in the TV show Firefly.
Oh, Firefly. I watched a little bit of that. That was an interesting show. I didn't finish it, but it was interesting. Very interesting. But yeah, Destiny. That first one got me real bad, man. I remember doing strikes. This is off topic, but I remember doing strikes and, I'm like, oh, Dad, I don't want to play with you. He's like, you got to do your strikes. You got to do your strikes, son. So I'm like, all right. So I'm doing a strike. I literally put an 8-hour work shift into strikes. And you know how you just get commons, you get maybe one rare or a deluxe or whatever it is. Tell me how I got nothing.
Oh my gosh.
Nothing.
Vanilla Destiny. It's Vanilla Destiny for you.
I played this game for 8 hours and got not a drop. Not one single plop of anything. And I stopped. Game is trash. I had to whisper because I didn't want to raise my voice.
Right. And I get that.
And I was so upset.
I'm right there with you. It took me, 18 months to figure that out? It got bad for me, but I went cold turkey.
Just stop playing. I didn't. I had no qualms. I never thought to myself, I want to go ahead and play that again. Nope. I said, anyone that talks to me about it, I'm just slapping them right in the face.
Yeah. So, I mean, yeah.
Great game. Look, game design, the game itself, the premise, great game. Great game. Just was terrible with their loot.
Loot, drop rates, stingy.
Terrible with a few other things. But, I mean, other than that, it was a good game. I'll give it that.
I would agree. I stepped away for like 5 years.
Yeah, good. I'm glad.
I don't play it like I did, so. But we'll go back. ODST. Here we are as the drop trooper, finding out, what happened, exploring the city. Another game full of 10-minute or a few levels here. Let's see. So prepare to drop, then the Mombasa streets, explore the city, find your ODST team, then the Tiare Plaza, beat the Covenant, and get to Dare's crash site. Then we are next to the Uplift Reserve. Lead a warthog. Cannot talk. Still trying to clear my throat from the carapace. I'll lead a warthog charge and clear hostiles from the park. This game wasn't really, I guess Halo wasn't really big on your normal boss fight, mini boss fight, I guess. It was kind of more, you just showed up in the area, and then just be a guy. Not really like a bullet sponge like some games.
I mean, Destiny, we'll talk about that later.
The Consingo Boulevard, take a Scorpion, then rampage through the heart of the city, then the ONI Alpha site. Let's see, fallback, then I access the facility.
Yeah, we're just giving our final verdict on it.
I enjoyed it. I was one of the ones that I love to go back and play. Mainly probably because you weren't like an overpowered Spartan. You just destroy everything. Kind of was like not so much a human, because obviously the suit gives you powers or special abilities, rather. But
you can climb things and jump off stuff.
couldn't humanize the overpowered character. Yeah.
Well, again, I didn't play the game. I watched it, and I was like, this is kind of stupid. But that's just me. That's just me. Like, a lot of people that are out there listening. If you hear me say things are stupid, it's just my opinion. Hot takes all day, every day. Hot takes.
24/7.
24/7, especially from me. Being the middle child, I gotta cause the ruckus. I have to. I need attention.
Right.
I need attention.
Gosh. And then Halo Reach came out in 2010. That's September 14th, 2010. The final Bungie developed game. And this takes place July 24th through August 30th of 2552. I just felt this game was good all around. Got a little bit of everything, especially introducing Noble Team 6. Yeah. It was heartbreaking that.
Yeah, it was. It was, but it made that game so damn good. I loved Halo Reach. I was like, 3, okay. ODST, terrible. Reach, when did Bungie make Reach?
Yeah. When
they couldn't make a game any more terrible, they go and totally redeem themselves. Like that's how I feel about it. Like, the game was so fleshed out, the characters were developed well. You had a brute, you had someone who was smart, you had someone who didn't think. Like, you had like the spectrum of teammates.
Yeah.
And it was good. It was great. Your guy didn't say much. Did he talk at all, actually?
I don't remember.
I don't think so.
But then again,
well, he might have. Again, can't fault us for not playing a game for years. Okay? Can't do it. Don't try. But yeah, it was a great game. I enjoyed it. I really did enjoy it. I probably played the campaign like 3 or 4 different times after that. Yeah. But the multiplayer was actually really good.
It was good. I think, well, by the time I played it, I don't know, servers were probably shut down.
Yeah, probably.
But then again, I wasn't great at PvP. So
yeah, one of my brothers, Mateen, he got me into playing that, and it was like, I think there was a game mode called Griffball or something like that. We played a lot of Griffball. So I was like, it's all right, but it was still fun.
Yeah.
It was still fun to go like beat people with hammers and such.
That reminds me. Okay, King of the Hill. Okay, I did enjoy some PvP gameplay. I don't think Reach had King of the Hill, but going back to 1 and 2.
Yeah, I wasn't really a big King of the Hill type guy until Call of Duty. Yeah, and I was like, oh, this is how you do it.
Well, I could survive that one. I could snipe the hand cannon from across the map.
Oh, well, nowadays you got a Cronus, you can snipe anyone from across the map. You can even so much as point your pinky toe and somebody and just snipe somebody. But yeah, Reach, great. I don't really think you got to go into too much about it. I think a lot of people would agree with us on that. We would say it was a great game,
especially the end. Just slow.
That shit killed me.
I was like, really? Is this how it ends? No.
It killed me. It was a good game. It was, one of the better story games I played in a long time.
Yes.
A long time.
Gosh, I just want to go back and play, because I know we kind of just glossed over it.
Yeah, but I mean, there really wasn't too much that was like over the top, right? Like it was just more of a game where it's just like, okay, we know we have it in book form, but we're going to give it to you straight. This is what it is. Go experience it for yourself.
Yeah.
And I think that's what it was for the most part.
Okay.
That's kind of my experience with it anyway. I don't think they tried to do anything spectacular or over the top. It's just like, you know what? We made this so that you would enjoy it.
Right. Because also this was their parting gift.
And they did a hell of a job.
So
they did a hell of a job.
Lovely. A passion project, I guess.
Yeah. They did good before they went into Destiny and screwed my life up.